the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Princetonian here in downtown Winters, California. We're so happy that you're here this morning. We had a beautiful day. We've already been blessed by peacocks, multitude of peacocks. It's a good sign, because I expect to be blessed today.
Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Oh, you didn't hear me. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark. I am the senior minister here, and we are so happy to welcome you to our beautiful center here this morning. And boy, it has just been quite a morning. You ever have one of those mornings when things happen? Well, here we are in the midst of that blessed morning. What a great morning this is. It's clear. It's kind of cool outside. It's starting to warm up. I'm in my spring reverend attire. I'm transitioning into spring slowly. And how are you doing today, Billy?
I'm doing great, David. How about you?
Oh, I'm getting along, Billy. I'm getting along. Blessed.
Good. You know, I just wanted to mention that you might know that Eric and I recently bought a house in Woodland. Yeah, thank you. And it was also my birthday on Friday. And so next Saturday, the 27th, we're having a housewarming / belated birthday party from 4 to 9. It's a drop-in. You're all invited. Please come by and see our new house and say hello and just have some fun. And do a little cookout.
And we can see you for details on that?
Yes, you can see me for details on that. And maybe we'll have something in an email. Maybe going out.
Yes. So if you're getting emails from the center, just be looking for that. That's going to be such a wonderful time. What a blessing that house is.
Oh, and I got a piano. I got a baby grand piano too. It's like amazing. Yeah, Eric and I are gonna do some testimony on the next time we got a 5 weeks month.
Yeah, the next Testimony Sunday.
Next Testimony Sunday.
I cannot wait to hear it.
Pennsylvania.
I cannot wait. So, what is Science of Mind? Science of Mind is what we study here at the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, and it is a philosophy that teaches spiritual principles and how to bring about our good through belief and the interconnectedness of all life. It is the realization that God is not somewhere out there that we're trying to bring into us. It is a realization that God is within at all times, living, breathing, loving within us at all times. So that is what we study here. So just in case you're wondering, geez, what do we do here at the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo? So one of the things that we do is, one of the things that we know is the power of belief. As we believe, so it is unto us, just as it says in the Bible. And so we believe 4 core things here at the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. And I want to share those with you now. We believe that love is all there is. Everything is an expression of love, a call for love, a result of love. When was the last time you did something in your life and made an important choice in your life that didn't have love involved? So yes, love is extremely important. So we pay a lot of attention to what we love and how we love in this philosophy. And number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. Everything that you see around you has been preceded by thought. Everything around you, everything that you have, all your clothes that you have on, the car that you drove here in, everything in the world has been preceded by thought. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy, because we know that we are going to see that in front of our eyes, manifested. Number 3, very important. We believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as you are right now. And you're like, well, Reverend David, I got this pain in my shoulder, and I got this limp, and I got this thing that I'm working on. It's like, you're thinking of all these reasons how you're not whole, perfect, and complete. None of those things are you. None of those things are you. The you that is you, the you that is beyond all condition, is whole, perfect, and complete. And it always has been. So we know this about ourselves, and we know this about each other, that we are whole, perfect, and complete, and that is how we journey into the world. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. And again, this is another one. You look at the world, you're like, this world isn't working for everybody. It's not working for him. It's not working for her. Yes. This is a world that works for everyone because it's based on the same rules that operate in the same way for everyone. Love and law and cause and effect. And we are always subject to these rules. And what we do in this philosophy is use those rules to bring about the good that we want to see into our lives. And prove that this world works for everyone. And the more good that we experience, the more good that we will see in our world. So that's basically us in a nutshell. And now it's time to practice some of those beliefs in our Namaste time, where we take a moment to see and acknowledge the divine, whole, perfect, and complete person that is standing right across from us as we greet them saying Namaste. So let us have our Namaste time now. How nice that is. Just to meet somebody with a greeting and nothing but love in your heart. You're not trying to get anything from her, you're not trying to do anything, you're not trying to accomplish a goal, you're not worried about anything, you're just looking at another person and knowing that they're a beautiful child of God. Period. And that is our whole mandate here today with the Namaste, is just to look across you, look across the way, and to see that whole perfect and complete person across from you. I encourage you to do that out in the outside world with everyone you meet, because it's not only us that are whole, perfect, and complete in this sanctuary. It's not only us in the streaming audience. It is every person on the planet is whole, perfect, and complete. So, it is my distinct pleasure now to invite our practitioner of the day, Heather Flores, and she's going to share our vision and mission, and today's affirmation. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Reverend David. Thank you so much. Here at CSL Yolo, we have both a vision and a mission. What we'll do this morning is I will read through them the first time and then ask you to join me for the second reading. The CSL Yolo vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And together, our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Together, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. And our affirmation for this week: I breathe gentleness into all the ways our communities and cultures evolve. And together, I breathe gentleness into all the ways our communities and cultures evolve. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's announcement time. And I'm going to start with the gratitude group, which meets, next one is on May 8th, 1 o'clock to 2:30 at the Davisville Apartment Community Room, 1221 Kennedy Place in Davis. And the mission of the gratitude group is to uplift our lives through an ever-increasing sense of gratitude for Spirit's presence throughout our lives. In this group, you will explore the very nature of gratitude and its many gifts through study, discussion, and fellowship. Next up, on the 27th of this month, so next, is it Saturday? Yeah, next Saturday, the 27th, Jason Gerardo is participating in the Soul Awakening Holistic Healing event in Woodland. And this event has multiple practitioners and holistic vendors for you to explore. Go to Jason's website, onepathcoaching.com, for all the details. And this event is free. And next up, we have a request. And for those of you that are here, or those of you that plan to come this way, we always have fellowship right after the service, and we have lots of wonderful snacks and things. And we would like for you to consider signing up for a day to bring some of the goodies for after-service fellowship. We are not looking for a full meal, just finger food to go with our coffee and tea, some baked goods or fruit trays or cheese and crackers. Please look for our clipboard downstairs and sign up for whatever is possible for you. And the last Sunday of every month we do a potluck, so an appetizer potluck, which will be next Sunday. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Our board president, ladies and gentlemen, Peggy Dobbs. So now as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing Holy, Holy.
Holy,
Thank you, Billy. Good morning again. Our sacred reading for today, grace. Grace is the givingness of spirit to its creation and is not a special law, but a specialized one. In other words, grace is, but we need to recognize it. It is not something God imposed upon us, but it is the logical result of the correct acceptance of life and of a correct relationship to the Spirit. We are saved by grace to the extent that we believe in, accept, and seek to embody the law of good. For the law of good is ever a law of liberty and never one of limitation. Limitation is not a thing, not an entity, but a belief. Freedom is a divine reality. And that's by Ernest Holmes. And as we come together this morning, we gather with the understanding that we are individualized expressions of the one life, and that life is always for good. It is through this one that all are enriched and made whole. I know this to be so in the deepest region of my being. And with that certainty, I bless our time together, knowing that what needs to be said is said, what needs to be heard is heard. I bless and give thanks for Reverend David and what he shares with us today. I bless and give thanks for all who came early in order that we might enjoy our time together in this beautiful setting. I bless and give thanks for Billy and the glorious music that he provides. Last but not least, I bless and give thanks for each one here, in body, online, or in spirit. By taking it to the streets, we all co-create a world filled with kindness, joy, peace, and harmony. And so it is.
Thank you, Heather. Some of you, if you were here last week, you saw the great Lucian give his talk, and one of the things that really stuck with me, and I couldn't get rid of it all week, was there's nothing more gangsta than love. And it's really true if you think about it. I mean, you can tackle anything with love. And this is this classic song, and I think this embodies some of that spirit. You guys might recognize this. And it's the same title as the talk today. How interesting. Take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere. Wherever people live together, tied in poverty's despair.
right, Billy. Taking it to the streets.
You got the wrong title up there.
Oh, I do. We love that talk. We love that talk so much last week. We just left the slide up there.
Do it again.
Yes, we're just going to do the whole thing over again. We'll ignore that. Taking it to the streets. What are we doing? We're talking this month about giant gentleness. All week, all month this month, we're talking about our giant gentleness. And what do we mean by that? We mean, and why even do it? Your giant gentleness is your giant heart, is your giant care, is your giant love that is within you. And a lot of times we bury that. We don't bring it out to the forefront and show it to everybody and share it with everybody. We keep it buried, we keep it protected. We don't want to get our hearts broken, right? By exposing our gentle parts. We don't want to be harmed, so we keep it under lock and key. But look, we can't do that anymore. The world is calling for us to let our gentleness emerge. We turn on the TV today. How much gentleness do we see? Not a lot. Not a lot. When was the last time you turned on a drama and the conclusion, the crime was solved or the perpetrator was apprehended with gentleness? Oh, I'm glad that gentle person showed up, and now the whole day is saved by this person of peace. When was the last time we saw that? We don't see that because that's might not be the sexiest thing, you know. We want that quick release of adrenaline, you know. It's always a matter of somebody needs to be beaten up. You gotta beat up the right person. You gotta shoot the right person. You have to apprehend the right person. Some action has to happen in order for peace to arrive. But that is not how peace is maintained. You can't beat somebody up into peace. You can't bomb someone into peace. Peace generates peace. Gentleness generates peace. So why do we need it? Because the world needs it right now. We are in a very conflicted time, yes? We're all fighting with each other. We've all got a lot of different factions that we're after, and if you have the opposing viewpoint, then you're an idiot. If you have an agreeing viewpoint, then you're with me. Everybody's picking sides. And today I just want to explore the possibility of picking another side, a third side. There has to be a third side. If one side is completely this way and the other side is completely that way, how is peace ever to be achieved? How is accord ever to be achieved? It's not going to be. We're never going to totally eliminate the side that thinks opposite that we do. They're always going to be there. How do we live with each other? And that is to let our giant gentleness emerge. And today we're talking about taking it to the streets. We were talking about a lot of different aspects of that this month, but this week we're talking about taking our gentleness, our giant gentleness, into the streets with people, with things, with actions. So I was going to talk about today 3 separate areas of our lives that are kind of big areas right now where we can take our gentle giantness and have an effect on the world. Not only an effect on the world, but an effect on our own psyche, on our own minds. So number 1 is in the political area. And as soon as I say politics, I can see out there, yes, there's like, look at politics, we're going to talk about politics. We're going to talk about those idiots on the other side of us. We're going to talk about those idiots on the same side of us. We are not necessarily talking about what sides we're going to take in politics, because it doesn't matter what side that we're on. What matters is how we approach one another, how we know one another. Some of my deepest, best friends are over there on that other side. I got family over there. I've got loved ones over there that are voting differently than I do, that feel differently than I do. There's love over there. There's tons of love over there. I'm not willing to just let that go. Have you ever been talking to someone about a political issue and they say, I don't know how I'm going to vote. I don't know how I'm going to vote for president. I will admit that the first thing that makes me think is, what the hell do you mean? You don't know. All the differences are very stark and clear, and it's very easy to see which side you should be on. How do you not know? But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they know or not. It doesn't matter what side they vote on. If that person stands up and they're choking on a chicken bone and they're clutching their throat, I'm not going to go and ask their political affiliation. Love is going to kick in immediately, and I'm going to go and save that person. I'm going to go and do the best I can to save their lives. There are things that are more important than who wins an argument. We've got to let those things emerge. And where do we get them from? Sometimes it's difficult to call upon your gentleness, to call upon your patience. You're like, man, where do I get this from? Here's the good news. In this philosophy, we teach oneness. We are one. All of us within one blessed existence, within one blessed existence of spirit. And the great thing about that is, if you liken it to your body, you are one with your body. Yes? If I say, okay, I want to pick up this sheet of paper. I make a command down on my arm and I pick up the sheet of paper and I can hold it up and I can put it back down again. No problem. Because I am at one with my body. We are at one with God. And because we're at one with God, we can call upon any of God's principles instantly and pick them up and use them. If we want to call upon our love, we have an instant access to our love because we're connected to the one love. And just as easily as we can pick up a piece of paper, we can call upon that love within us to help us, to give us patience, so to give us something that we can share with someone else. Just as easily as we can pick up a piece of paper, we can pick up love. We can pick up gentleness. We can pick up hope. So, I want to encourage you to be most gentle with people that disagree with you. With people who are on the other side of you. With people who don't appear to want your love or your gentleness or your assistance or anything like that. They don't want. And you don't have to go up and say, hey, I'm giving it to you. You better take this love. No. All you have to do is just hold it in your heart. Hold that person in your heart. Hold that love in your heart and give it out freely to whoever you deem fit. That's easy. They don't even have to know about it. But you know that you're letting love work. And the more you let love out of your body, the more it ripples outside of you. And we're going to talk a little bit about that later on and how I needed some love for ripples. But the next thing that we're going to talk about, the next area of your life. So before we leave politics, can we all agree to just let a little bit of love in our political discourse? Okay? We all want to win. I love to argue. I love to debate. I love to convince somebody on my side because I have a well-framed argument. You know, it makes me feel like I'm real smart. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. I don't have to convince you that I'm right. I want you to know I love you more than I want you to know how right I am. I want you to know that you're cared for. Not only by me, but by God. But by the universe. We're surrounded in love. I would rather make that point than to try to convince you to vote one way or the other. We let love out and we let love work. Okay? So are we going to do that?
Yeah.
We're going to give that a try.
Yes.
Okay, the next time we encounter somebody that has a viewpoint diametrically opposed to ours, maybe they're wearing a big red hat, I don't know. Love them. Love them. And you can seek to connect to them on a different level. Our opposition, whoever they may be, they have kids, they have love, they're surrounded in love. Just like we are. Let's meet there. On that battlefield. And find allies that we never had before. That we never even considered before. Number 2. This is a tough one. Social media. Ooh, social media. Yes, social media, that addiction that we all have of scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Judging, judging, judging. It's a judgment machine, man. When you get onto, whatever it is that you're doing, you see your friends post, you're judging them. You see another post, you're judging them. You see a political post, you're judging them. It's a judgment machine. Extracting judgment from you. That is what it's designed to do. It's not designed to show you love. It's not designed to give you peace. It's not designed to do anything but make you pay attention to it. That is the goal of social media. The same with television. Television doesn't have some lofty goal. The only objective of television is to get you to watch advertising. That's it. It is an advertising machine developed for the sole purpose of extracting money out of your pocket. Okay? So, as such, it gives you what you want to see consistently. Whatever you search on, it will give you more of. Right? So if you search on how this one particular group, there are a bunch of idiots over there, and then you search on that, they're going to give you all kinds of evidence of how your viewpoint is correct. They're going to show you all kinds of different speakers. They're going to give you all kinds of different examples. It is insidious how it works. But that's what it's designed to do. And as you look at it and you find all this agreement with your own viewpoint, it makes you what? It makes you watch it more. To get more agreement and more accord. And to draw you in deeper. And to draw you further away from any other viewpoint. Into this world where everything that's surrounding you agrees with you. That's not reality. Looking at social media is not reality. And it's fun. I do it too. I doom scroll. I get on this kick, and sometimes the algorithms, they aren't bad. I love elephants. And so when I'm scrolling through my feed, I'm seeing tons of videos with baby elephants. people hugging them and them doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know if you guys ever watch the baby elephants on do you? I love them. I love them. They're so sweet. They're giant babies, and they're always and they're just getting into stuff, and they're terrific. And so that brings out the love. Great. But then I'm also getting political stuff, and I'm also getting all of the other things that draw me into this world of like, to where I find what is in opposition to how I feel, I find that very distasteful. I don't like it. I'll get an opinion about it, and I'll judge it, and I'll do all this stuff. Look, this is the same as it ever was. This is the world that we live in. We live in a world of opposing viewpoints. We live in a world where things aren't always going to go our way. Thank God for it. Thank God everybody doesn't agree with me. I don't want everyone to agree with me. A lot of times, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I may have an opinion that I got from someplace, and this malformed opinion about something, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I'll talk to somebody else that has a different opinion and a different viewpoint, and it's like, oh yeah, I hadn't considered that. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that could be true too. Yes, I can grow. Yes, I can expand. Yes, I can change my mind. But it's very difficult to change your mind. It's very difficult to grow if you're only ingesting the stuff that you agree with. Yes? So with your social media, I want to encourage you to branch out beyond what it's giving you. Look and see what other people are talking about. Gun ownership is a big thing. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about guns. And so do I. But we're never going to get to a point in this society where we have eliminated all guns. The barn door is closed. Okay? There's more guns out there than we can possibly count. We're not going to get rid of all the guns. It is not possible. But every time I look at the viewpoint of like an NRA member or a person that is pro-gun, that is their chief fear, is that somebody's going to come in and take all their guns away. But we know logically that that's not going to happen. We can't do that. So we've got one side that is scared to death of something that really can't happen. And so they build up walls, they build up armies, they build up all of this political resistance to resist in the extreme any little change to any little law that may affect gun ownership. Whereas there are other ways to do this. There are other ways to communicate. We don't have to get extreme with our views to say, okay, we want to eliminate this entire section of society, because we can't. We must live with each other. So that's kind of my take on gun control. I just want to kind of control guns a little bit. I don't want to take anybody's guns away. You know, a responsible gun owner, that's what I want. I want a responsible gun owner that knows how to handle their gun, that knows how to put it away, that knows how to lock it up, that knows how to use it, that knows how to not use it. That's what I want. You know, do I want a world without guns? Sure. In lieu of that, I will take someone that absolutely knows everything about their gun, how to use it, how not to use it, and is an expert in their firearms. I'll take that. So that's what giant gentleness is. We can't win everything with strength. We can't win everything with anger. We can't win everything by just submission. The other side must submit. We can't win everything like that. We have to bring out our gentleness. We have to bring out our flexibility. We have to bring out our love in order to work these things out, and we can. So, my suggestion for social media. Take a look at some things that you wouldn't normally take a look at. Take a look at some viewpoints that you might not normally explore. And have an open mind and know that the person that you're watching there is a beloved child of God just like you are. Okay? So, we'll take some of the sting out of our social media. Lastly, and this is the big one, community. Community. Taking it to the streets with our giant gentleness out in community. You, me, our interpersonal connections. I must admit, a couple of weeks ago, I had an interpersonal connection that was not optimal. That's right. Your reverend had his dukes up. I was ready to argue, but I was passionate about this subject. I think I mentioned it to some of you last week, but I have to, well, I don't have to, I get to, help my stepdaughter heal from her back surgery. She had scoliosis surgery. They took her back that had a curved spine, and they made it straight. Hallelujah. Amazing. Part of the recovery process is walking. They want her walking. So she's got to walk 1 mile a day, and now it's 2 miles a day, and pretty soon it'll be 3 miles a day. She's up to 2 miles a day. And it's amazing. And she's doing great, and thank you for your prayers. So we were out walking. We walked to a duck pond and back, and that's 1 mile from my house. And another thing about me, I love ducks. I admit it, I love ducks. I love seeing them waddle around. I love seeing the little duck couples, because they mate for life. And so you see a couple of ducks there, and they're together, and you're like, oh, I wonder how long they've been together. Look at them. They're inseparable. It's adorable. And I love it. So I'm very connected to the ducks at my local duck pond. So as we approach the duck pond, we see 2 kids and a dad right up to the duck pond. The kids, the little girls, they get off their bikes, and Dad's getting off his bike. They run over to where the ducks are congregated, and they scare them. Wow! And the ducks fly off in a panic. And, well, I'm a little alarmed by this as a duck lover. And I believe that look, we're a community, all right? And when I was growing up, other grown-ups would have no problem yelling at me. That's just the way it was. We all teach each other's kids. And if I'm doing something wrong or dangerous or whatever, another adult's going to step up and let me know about it. So I do my duty. Hey, don't scare those ducks. Don't scare the ducks. And the girls, kind of turn around and, alarmed at me. And as soon as I say that to the girls, and I said it like that, even though I was like, don't mess with my ducks. As soon as I said that, I hear, hey, don't you talk to my girls. Don't you talk to my girls. I can tell them what to do. You don't tell my girls what to do. And so I turned to him with the gentleness of a well-schooled, well-seasoned reverend. And I say to him, well, then tell them. Not my best moment. And he said, I will. I was just about to go over there and tell them, and then you don't need need to, well, tell him that. As I'm walking with my stepdaughter, looks at me and she says, Dave, you shouldn't handle it like that. I'm like, well, they were scaring the ducks, so I got a right to and so I'm arguing with her. And so he grumbles, I grumble, we part ways, and we continue on walking past the duck pond. But it's an out and back. So we get to our turnaround point, and we turn around and we come back down the same way. So I'm thinking about this as we do about altercations that we have, about things that we should have said, about things that we should have done. I'm like thinking, okay, well, maybe I could have handled that a little bit differently. Maybe I could have. And as we're passing the duck pond again, just as we get to the ducks, the dad comes running up to me. He says, Sir, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said that, and I'm sorry I came at you like that. And I just want to teach my daughters that that I've got their back, and I really shouldn't have come at you like that. I shook his hand, and I'm like, this is what your girls need to see. Is it this? Me and you, with a disagreement and accord. We worked it out. He didn't go over to his girls and say, that guy was a jerk, and you don't have to take any crap from anybody. I've got your back. Don't you listen to anybody else. You listen to me. He could have done all that. But he regretted how the whole thing happened, as I was regretting how the whole thing happened. And as soon as he put his hand out, I was ready, more than ready to accept it. This is the giant gentleness that I'm talking about. This is what we need to allow to emerge within us. In this incident, we got the whole scope of it. Okay? We've got passion. I'm passionate about my ducks. We've got passion. We've got protection. We've got righteous indignation. You're not going to tell me not to defend those ducks against all comers. So I was right. And you're not going to tell him not to defend his kids. Those are his kids. His responsibility. Of course he's going to defend them. So we're diametrically opposed. But he let his gentleness emerge. He ate his anger. And he came up to me with an open heart and an open hand. I ate my anger. And I met him with an open heart and an open hand. And we worked it out. And we created a great example for his kids. And we parted as friends. This is what I mean about taking it into community. We are all just people. We are all just people. We are all just beloved creations of God. Whole, perfect, complete, susceptible, well-meaning, desiring of good in our lives, desiring of love. But in order to get love, we have to be love. Do you understand what I'm saying? We go out in the world today and we think, oh, why isn't there more love in the world? Why aren't we loving more? If you want a more loving world, then you be more loving. That's what it takes. Each and every one of us, in each and every facet of our lives, seeking love, being love. And sure enough, we will see more love in our world. The love that really counts, the love that is like affecting us, the love that we're in the immediate presence of. So I encourage you, be gentle with your judgments. Be gentle with your judgments. Hold on to them lightly and be very willing to let them go. Hold on to your judgments lightly. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to judge. Okay, I'm a realist. I know we're going to judge. We're probably going to judge as soon as we leave out of here. We're going to see somebody in a weird outfit. We're going to think, why did they put that on? And we are going to judge. But please, I encourage you, don't hold on to your judgments for dear life. We can be wrong. We can change. We can let more love in. If we're judging too harshly, or we're judging for too long, or we're judging just too much, then that closes us off to people. That closes your love light and keeps everything close. There is no harm in the world knowing what we know about each other. Knowing first and foremost that we're whole, perfect, and complete. Knowing that we're all beautifully, wonderfully different from one another. We are singularities. There's never going to be another you. Ever. God is enjoying living life through you right now. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you're going through, God is loving you and God is loving living through you. And that truth is true about you and is true about every other person that's walking this planet now. There's so much more to love in us than there is to hate. I guarantee you that. Okay? So politically, just to recap. Politically, we're going to exercise our gentle giant. By perhaps not taking part in the fray, perhaps rising above it and finding similarities outside of our differences. In social media, we can take a step back, look into some things, and that's the great thing about social media. Whatever you type in, you'll see a multitude of. Take a look at some viewpoints, some stories, some human stories about people that feel differently than you do. See their humanity. See how they're just like you. Maybe they're not going to convince you to go to the other side, but at least they can convince you that they're worthy of love and respect. And seeking accord. And in the community, be open to love. Be open to love. Hold on to your judgments lightly. And be so willing to let them go. It works. And as you bring more of your gentle side out, you will see more gentleness in the world. You will experience more gentleness in the world. That is how it works. The energy that we put out is the energy that we receive. It's a wonderful framework that works the exact same way every single time we use it. So let's take that into prayer. There's one. One life. One love. One light. one wisdom, one peace, one joy, one existence. One spirit, one consciousness. And as there is just this one, this means that we are all within it. And we are all one. Not only one with each other, but one with God. And it is through this oneness that we have access to all the good that we seek. Unlimited love. Yes. Unlimited peace. Yes. Unlimited kinship. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is the entire vocabulary of spirit. Yes. And so as I believe in our connection, in our unity, I know that God says yes. As I believe in my ability to bring out my inner gentleness, my ability to share love with the world, I know that God says yes. As I believe, so it is unto me. God makes it so. And so I believe in the world that I want. I believe in a world that is filled with love. I believe in a world that is harmonious. And I'm willing to live that love and harmony every single day of my life. I'm willing to look for it. I'm willing to expect it. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this is true for each and every person here. For each and every person that can hear my voice. For each and every person that is walking out on the streets, right out in front of this beautiful center. For each and every person that is roaming this planet right now, I know the exact same thing is true. We are one. And so I'm thankful to know this. I'm thankful to have power in my life to love as much as I want. To seek as much truth as I want. And to enjoy as much peace as I want. And so together, let us just be thankful. Let us be thankful that these words are true. Let us be thankful that we can do all things through God. We can do all things through love. present moment, let us release these words into the universe so that we may see more love from ourselves and see more love from the world. So that our gentleness is responded with gentleness. And let us release these words with the blessed words. And so it is. And so it is.
Sweet spirit, sing my song. Sweet spirit, dance my feet. Sweet spirit, share my heart with everyone I meet. And that person on the street with not enough to eat will always be a part of me. And know that this will always be our one and true reality. Sweet spirit, quench my soul. Sweet spirit, shine my light. Sweet spirit, do your part and let it be alright. We're giving up the fight. Love is the only right. And know that I will always pray that one day we will find a way to stay together and then say, sweet spirit, loving spirit, sweet spirit, gentle spirit, sweet spirit, Holy Spirit, sweet spirit. Sweet spirit, sing my song. Sweet spirit, dance my feet. Sweet spirit, share my heart with everyone I meet. And that person on the street with not enough to eat will always be a part of me. And know that this will always be our one and true reality. Sweet spirit, loving spirit, sweet spirit, gentle spirit, sweet spirit, loving spirit, sweet spirit.
Join us after the service for some relaxation time and some fellowship time. Let's get to know each other. So we will do that after our closing song and benediction, which we will have now. So let us circle up and have our peace song.
Sweet
that God loves you. And so it is.
So it is.